I used a 500-year-old Aztec manuscript to research concepts for this mural, which I just finished for Red Iguana 2, a Mexican restaurant in Salt Lake City, Utah. As the world increasingly feels like it's ending, I think it's important as an artist to make murals that speak to this moment and offer a hopeful message. So when the business owner mentioned the Quetzal in our design meeting, I knew this would be possible with this job. The Quetzal is a beautiful and elusive bird only found in the cloud forests of southern Mexico and Central America. Its iridescent tail feathers were used in magic, and legend says it will die if it's caged. One of the central deities in the Aztec pantheon uses its name, Quetzalcoatl, meaning feathered serpent. I already knew about Quetzalcoatl, being interested in mythology, but the restaurant owner turned me on to the Codex Borgia, an ancient Mexican manuscript full of calendar cycles, an index of deities, and rituals for keeping the world in balance. Cycles of agriculture, fertility, navigating the afterlife, and more. I learned that Quetzalcoatl is associated with the planet Venus, and the Venus cycle is the main calendar behind the ceremonies in the Codex. Venus is the third brightest object in the sky, visible only right after sunset or right before sunrise. I was amazed to learn that this is the shape of Venus's orbital pattern viewed from Earth. There's a period of about 50 days where Venus travels behind the sun and becomes invisible, and this played into the mythology of Quetzalcoatl traversing the underworld and being reborn as the morning star. This moment of rebirth was seen as a powerful moment, marking the coming of rain, but also the death of priests, rulers, or commoners, depending on the day that it rose. Here again, I found the motif of a cyclical universe where death and rebirth form a pattern that requires sacrifice. I couldn't help but compare this to the Western Christian interpretation of the Venus morning star, Lucifer. Draw straight lines on Venus's orbital path and you get a 5-pointed star, the pentagram. I found it interesting that the story of Lucifer, a fallen angel cursed to torment souls for eternity, felt quite linear, at odds with Venus's actual pattern, whereas the Quetzalcoatl myth holds the cyclical truth that for a new beginning, something has to end. I feel that mythology and religion are tools and technologies to affect culture and individual psychologies. Through symbolic art, I try to nurture ideas that I think the world needs. In this case, a mythology of a new beginning. Humanity is on the brink of history, with paradigm-shifting events converging on every level, and the tension between society and nature is palpable to say the least. Here in Utah, our Great Salt Lake is drying up, and we're already experiencing environmental collapse and toxic dust storms. I'm painting this mural in the hottest month on record, and instead of curbing our water use, we seem content to resist change until we face true disaster. It feels like the whole world is racing towards the end of time, and the consequences will surely catch up with us. I think before long we'll be forced to make extreme changes, and society will have to come back into balance with nature. The Aztecs did this on purpose. Ritual and sacrifice renewed that balance, giving something up deliberately to keep the world in order. We don't really practice that in any form anymore. But right now, we still have the chance to decide what a new beginning could look like on our own terms. If we do nothing, it will be imposed on us anyway, by the forces of nature, or by authoritarianism, which would be needed to steer the world in a new direction, for better or worse. It's all pretty heavy and not that fun to think about, but I think there's a silver lining. These problems are so big and unprecedented that I believe they're ushering in the next evolution of human consciousness, forcing us towards something more global. And thanks to AI, challenging us to really think about what it means to be human and why that's important. After 30 years of the internet, grappling with genocide, war, insane wealth inequality, I feel like a lot of humanity is waking up, and just in the nick of time. You know what they say, it's darkest before the dawn. And what happens at dawn? The Venus morning star, Quetzalcoatl's return. It's like every good story, you're at the end, all seems hopeless, there's no way out, but you've got to keep fighting and keep believing, because that's when the divine grace steps in. That's what we're fighting for and never giving up on. That's sort of what the UFO is in this image, a symbol of cosmic forces beyond our understanding, benevolent energies out there that want us to succeed and will help us. I love the idea that the universe is in perfect balance between good and evil, and the final 0.1% comes down to you, what's in your heart, and how you choose to participate in this cosmic drama. Your actions, no matter how small, are the determining factor on how this whole thing goes. Anyway, I'm not an Aztec expert, or an expert in anything really. I'm just an artist sharing my interpretation, and this is what I thought about for the 60 hours I spent painting this. And I don't expect people to get this whole takeaway just from looking at the image. I try to make the symbolism work on every level, so at minimum, people can just appreciate the colors and the whimsy of it, or have different interpretations. What matters more, I think, is the energy that goes into it. I put a lot of love into this mural, and I hope that energy is amplified into the world. It is on a busy street, so it's possible. This mural is a plea and a prayer that we can expand our consciousness, consider the world, and do whatever we can to help create the new beginning our species desperately needs. All we can do is try our best and never give up hope. That's all we have.